Hello, all you coin aficionados out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. I'm just taking a look at this 1995 quarter from the United States of America, and I'm looking at the initials here, and I don't know if any of you have ever noticed that there's some initials down here underneath. So that's the initials down there, JF. Can you see those initials right here? That's the engraver's initials, JF, right there, and I had got it so you could kind of, there you go, see there's a J and then there's an F. So this is the 1995 Philadelphia Mint quarter, and when you get out a little bit, you can't see that at all. In fact, it's right here underneath the neck, and if I put my pen up there, you can see a reflection of the JF, but that's something that many people who look at quarters from the United States never see, and that is John Flanagan's JF right down there underneath the neck. Well, here we are. We got a couple other coins getting in the way there, but this is the United States quarter from 1995. It says Liberty at the top. It says "In God We Trust" right here. Liberty at the top. Right here, 1995. You see a scratch here, a scratch here. There are a lot of these coins that are somewhat scratched up and have little pieces of extra metal on them. Generally, it doesn't make them worth much at all. Almost all of them are worth a quarter, which is a very weird thing because there's not a lot of error coins for a year in which they made 2.1 billion U.S. quarters plus proof sets. So the Philadelphia Mint, and you can tell it's Philadelphia because right over here there's a P. The Philadelphia Mint made 1 billion of these, and the Denver Mint, which would be a D here, made 1.1 billion. So huge numbers for these, and you will find things like this. So let me go up here a little bit. See how it kind of doubled the line on the inside here? That doesn't make it really rare or anything, but it just shows that it was just a little offset when they did the line. So here's the coin and how it should look, something like this. And here's the coin and how it does look, something like this. And so you see it's offset like just a millimeter or so, and that brings this 5 a little closer to the edge. And you see how much wider this edge is here than this edge down here, because it kind of got offset in this direction like this. But even that offset doesn't add much to value, especially when you have 2.1 billion of these made. There's plenty of offsets in this one. This is a copper nickel clad copper. So you can see the copper center right here, and then you see the copper nickel alloy on each side of it. It's kind of a sandwich. The outside is the copper nickel, the inside's copper, and the outside is the copper nickel. When you turn over to the back, this is a pretty nice looking coin for a used and scratched up coin, and that's kind of a mint issue also. Some of the scratches on here are probably from the mint, and take a look at this one down here. It's pretty hard to scratch a coin down in there, but of course it could have been done. But see how the scratch goes across here and here and here? Probably, well, my guess would be it occurred at the mint, but hard telling now that it's been out in circulation. Again, that doesn't make it worth anything more. It just shows that when you make 2 billion of anything, you're going to make some of them not so good as others. One of the things you can see very well on this one is the eagle, and you can actually see these small feathers that go around the eagle here. See that scratch up there? Not sure what that's from, but this is kind of a scratchy coin, a little bit beat up. It says United States of America across the top, E pluribus unum here. And down here it says $quarter. And as we've talked about before, the U.S. quarter dollars never say 25 cents on them anywhere. Now when we look down at the bottom here, we see a wreath going across on both sides. Again, some damage here. And then here's what I wanted to show you, because often on these quarters you don't see this, but these are the arrows here. And there is a ribbon or band that goes around these arrows. So this is a band of arrows, and you see right underneath the eagle's foot, see that kind of X where they have tied the band of arrows together. This one's very fine. it's not very fine condition, but it's you can see it pretty well down in here. And again, you can see that little extra metal down there. And that's the tail of the eagle that comes down through, and it's not very well defined in this coin. Over here you can see these two lines, and that's just extra material left at the mint. You see those two lines going through there? Again, all these different little insignificant, I guess you'd call them, errors that just come from making so many of these coins. I have not seen a whole lot of 1995 error coins, but some of the ones I've seen with the image going right off the edge and a lot of extra metal around the top, so kind of the offset error. I've seen one that actually they had two together. One kind of got made and then another got stuck to it. So there are some out there, and the way to find them generally is to look on eBay to find them. And what you're going to find most of the time is offset errors. In offset errors, their value is measured by how far offset they are. You know, even though this one is slightly offset, it's a very little value. It's worth a quarter, and none of these marks that you see on here really can be seen without magnifying it way up. So that's all we have today for our 1995 United States $quarter. If you get a chance, take a look at your $quarter under magnification, and that's how you'll find some of the errors. But if you can only see them under magnification, they're probably not going to be worth quite as much as a major error. Have a great day from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel.